Got my eyes straight ahead, got my head in the game. With the red light on, I'm just waiting for the change. Keep my head down low.
Okay, I want to talk a little bit about American politics and obviously the election that's coming up. I absolutely love watching the election, the politics in America, especially over the last couple of years. I've always been fairly interested in politics anyway, but the difference when it comes to especially the presidential race, I think it's entertaining, really entertaining. I'm really not sure I would have been as entertained if I had been watching like when, Clinton or a Reagan or someone like that was running. I'm not sure if it was that entertaining back then. So it's probably more of a Trump thing, part of the Trump phenomenon, but definitely watching in the last couple of years, since what is it, 2016, since when he decided when he actually ran for president the first time there. Very, very entertaining. Uh, it's funny watching the mistakes that were made. And I think when I was watching the lead up for the 2016 race, and it was all about Trump and how entertaining he was and everything that he was doing and saying, whether it was right or wrong. And you sit there, you're laughing at him, laughing with him, sometimes laughing at him, other times. Um, and I just did not like Hillary at all. Every time she spoke, it just sounded like she always come across as someone who just looks down at other people. She held herself up. She thought she was on this level. She was at the upper echelon of society, and she was just looking down at everyone. That's what it seemed like. With the last election race, with Smokey Joe, well, it's that was a whole other ballgame, I suppose. It wasn't quite as interesting, but it did seem strange. It was still entertaining. It was entertaining to watch Trump, but it seemed strange what they were doing with Biden. But this next race, what we've been watching the last couple of weeks, it's been just as entertaining watching Trump as it has been watching Kamala. The difference that I see is Trump and Vance look like they're actually having a good time. Their whole team, you look at them traveling around with Musk, and it looks like they're actually enjoying what they're doing, and they actually have this a good message. And people, just my opinion, observing from thousands of kilometers away, it looks like people are really relishing the message that Trump and Vance are putting out there. And and I see that Christian leaders are saying, okay, look, there's things there that we don't agree with still that they're talking about, and they're not taking the stance against abortion that we would have liked. But then you've got to look at the track record that Trump had and what he did last time, and he's still a way better candidate than what Kamala is. But then you have these other ministers, whatever they're called, who would be backing Kamala, and they just seem so left leaning, so out there with some of the way they interpret scripture. You think, wow, it's very strange. But I also find it, like I said, interesting watching Kamala because she just the word salad, the word salad. You sit there thinking, do you actually know how to answer a question? It just seems strange. It's You're laughing at her and the things that she's saying because she's getting tongue tied, and you think this is just a skit. Some of it's got to be a skit. Anyway, so I was just talking about all this because looking at this, some of these things that she's done lately. She's had celebrities coming out and endorsing her, and from an Australian point of view, we don't get really big on the celebrities endorsing our politicians, and it's really cringy, really cringy. I'm going to play the first video, and this was the Avengers coming forward. Now, this is just one of the most cringe videos I've seen, and it's actually turned out. I watched about halfway through. I thought it actually seemed like they're actually making fun of the whole thing at one point. I think they're not really. This isn't a serious. We're standing with Kamala, is it? But I think it actually is. Anyway, let me know. Let's check this first one out. Cringe.
Hi, you guys. Hi, Avengers.
Hi.
Thanks
Hey,
for
Scarlett.
jumping on the call.
Whoa. I think you mean assembling. I said assembling. Don, that's pretty good. No, that was funny.
Scarlett, it is our pleasure to come together and to get the vote out this election. Come on.
Yeah, how can we be of service?
Well, how about we start with what our voting plans are going to be, who we're going to bring to the polls with us, that sort of thing. Just to,
I think Kamala Harris needs a catchphrase.
Ooh, yes, definitely a
First thing, seriously, these guys can't really be taking themselves seriously, can they? Anyway.
catchphrase.
How about this? I'm just off the top of my head. I can do this all day. Shut up. I hate it. Okay.
I mean, it's original, but
What about something punchier like, ooh, boom. You looking for this? Iron Man 2, everybody loved it.
okay, again, I think we're just trying to get out the vote.
Kamala forever.
That's better.
Okay, how about I'm down with democracy? It's just clean, it's simple.
Okay, I like that.
It's hard to argue with that.
Kamala Harris down with democracy.
Oh, yeah. I'm Kamala Harris, and I say down with democracy.
I don't know if that sounds the way we want it to sound, though.
I think we just need, can we get some production though?
Jarvis?
My name's not Jarvis, but whatever.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Down with democracy.
Down with democracy.
Is that what we mean, though?
Yeah, together we're gonna tear down democracy.
Will you stop playing heroic music under yourselves?
I'm Kamala Harris, and I am down with democracy. Did I sound enough like her on that one?
That was great. How many Golden Globes have you been nominated for? I'm just curious.
Yes! All right, that was awesome.
Look, I watch these videos from an Australian point of view. I've got no idea why you think a celebrity is going to change people's minds. How you think, and if it does, I don't understand how a celebrity endorsing a politician, what enters your mind? What kind of thinking do you have that you take the word of a couple of celebrities? I mean, seriously, it's one of the most cringe things I've ever seen. But then I saw the next one. This next one, I saw this come up. Okay, and I just thought, wow, really, this person is going to be endorsing Kamala. This is ridiculous because what kind of I won't tell you who it is yet, but I think this person her history would tell us that she is the worst person to judge someone's character ever. She's got a very, very questionable history. When you look at her past relationship with a certain person who's now in jail for his sexual exploits, and was spent years in a relationship with him, and then she's up endorsing Kamala Harris. It's like, who thought that this was a good idea? Let's check this out. What do you reckon? Yeah, that's right. Jennifer Lopez. She was in a relationship with Sean P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, whatever the heck he wants to call himself, Sean Combs, for years. She went to who knows how many of these white parties. There's supposedly pictures of her, getting the business on with Diddy and others. She knew all this stuff that was happening. She was complicit in a lot of this stuff, and yet they get her to endorse. And listen to how she starts this little, just drivel, so emotional.
I promised myself I wouldn't get emotional, but you know what? We should be emotional. We should be upset. We should be scared and outraged. We should. Our pain matters. We matter. And it is my deep honor to introduce a woman who has the opportunity in just a few days to make history. The next president of the United States, Kamala Harris.
They give a little hug and sway side to side. Seriously, who thought that was a good idea? Jenny from the block. Jenny who's been around the block, half a dozen times. How many husbands has she had? Yeah, so I mean, she was living with Sean Combs for years. Went to however many of these parties. She more than likely knew more than what she more than likely knew exactly what went on at these parties, the kinds of orgies and and all about the freak offs, and yet they think that she's a good person to get up and endorse Kamala Harris. Seriously. Anyway, I think it's good that we've got, as he calls himself in this clip, Ricky G, Ricky G, to just remind ourselves, remind all these celebrities, that we really shouldn't be listening to them, especially when it comes to politics. Okay, don't listen to these idiot celebrities. They know nothing. They should just stick their nose out of it. I think Ricky Gervais sums it up nice and sarcastically for everyone.
Hi guys, Ricky G here, wellness and beauty influencer. As a celebrity, I know all about stuff, like science and politics. So trust me when I tell you who you should vote for. If you don't vote the right way, it's like a hate crime, and it makes me sad and angry, and I'll leave the country, and you don't want that.
You've been on my mind. Still see the way you move. Your body shimmers in that little black dress.